It was almost time, and Mom and I were waiting in eager anticipation. Then just like that, you were here. Mom and I named you Kate. And for the first time, we were able to hold this little being that had been growing for 9 months inside of Mom. The announcement got out quickly, and everyone came to see you. Grandparents from near and far were in the hospital almost immediately to see this new miracle. You were born at Fairview Lakes Regional Hospital in Wyoming, Minnesota, and you were the most gorgeous thing we had ever seen. Baby Kate. We brought you home, and Murph didn't know what to think. But he understood very quickly that this was a new member of our pack. And just like that, Murphy became your guardian. You were born to a family of lake lovers, and almost immediately, we took you straight to the cabin. Paradise would never be the same again. You and I were passed out on the chair together after a long night of changing and feeding. Mom woke us up and said, "Come on, let's go. It's time for baby Kate's first ever boat ride." There was quite a crew that day on Grandpa Sealander's pontoon, and we headed out for a ride on Lower South Long Lake. You began getting sick, and we weren't sure why. So we took you to the hospital where the doctors could check you out and see if we could figure out what was going on. Mom and I were a little scared and unsure what was going on, but we never left your side. The doctors weren't quite sure what was going on with you, but for the time being, you were safe, so we took you home. Even Murphy was a little worried and returned to his post as your guardian. You had some of Mom's greatest features, but I don't care what anybody says. When you were a baby, you looked like your daddy. You were so adorable, so we decided to take some baby glamour shots, and they turned out pretty good.
This is the extent of our picnicking. This is about as much as we're getting out this summer.
Despite being a newborn, we actually got out quite a bit that summer. We took you down to Stillwater for a picnic day. It was your first time visiting the St. Croix River. We were enjoying everything about having a new baby. When you were about 2 weeks old, I asked Mom if I could take you camping. I think I was a pretty awesome dad, and Mom totally trusted me, so we headed up north. Uncle Jimmy, Auntie Clett, and Cousin Ashley were camping for the weekend, and Grandma and Grandpa showed up to visit too. You and I joined in the camping excitement. After hanging out at the campground for a while, Grandma Campbell said, "How about I watch Kate, and you three go for a swim?" Uncle Jimmy, Grandpa, and I went for a swim in Mille Lacs Lake. And yes, that is the bare-ass beach. We love you, Uncle Jimmy. That evening, we had your very first campfire. You and I have been on adventures since the very beginning. Mom was so proud of what a good dad I was, she said I could even take you hiking. But it was a whole new kind of hiking for me. It was later that summer I came home with my brand new Kia Soul, and I said to Mom, we need to go on a road trip. We stopped back by Grandma and Grandpa's cabin, and Mom said she was so excited to get rid of a child. You were like, did I just hear that right? You want to get rid of your child? No, Kate. We're getting rid of Murphy for the weekend and taking you on a special trip up north. You were like, nice save, guys. Nice save. We booked a room at the Lake Superior Lodge in Ashland, Wisconsin, and it was time for your first swim.
Oh, you don't like that? You want me to try your feet? Let's try your feet. Ready? Oh, look at you. Now put my knee up. Here.
The next day, you met Smokey the Bear. Then we headed out on a walking adventure in Bayfield. We checked out the sailboats in the marina and then went to one of my favorite stores, Joann's Scandinavian, and took this epic selfie. It was much too cold to have you out by Lake Superior, so Mom and I decided we would take you to see a waterfall. This is Amnicon Falls. Before your first summer was over, there was one last place I had to take you. You and I went to the Minnesota State Fair. I took you straight to my favorite ride, the Space Tower, and for the first time in your life, you were up in the air.